Okay, hey guys, welcome back. I'm mad because I just made this video and I accidentally stopped it and deleted it by accident, so I'm making it again for you. Yay! And the subject I was talking about, as promised before, is the preparation for getting to come abroad. Yes, that's what everyone wants to hear about is paperwork and the pain and tears and sweat and blood that comes into coming here. And I already talked about this and I deleted it, so I have to talk about these things again. Um, but yeah. Anyway, this is an exciting video, but it gives you a lot of information that I believe to be very important and may help you decide if you want to study abroad or not. Um, so let's get into it. So let's start from scratch. Let's start the scenario. This person, obviously, the scenario is going to be me, but this person could also be you in the same situation. So let's think about this. Go off into a little bubble of thoughts. Um, so you say to yourself, I want to study abroad. I want to go somewhere that I think is really cool and could offer me a lot. So for me, that was Japan because I have a Japanese minor. I lived in Japan before I wanted to come back, and I want to be fluent. So I said, check, check, check. I want to go. Um, so I looked online to my university study abroad page, which is what you should do too for your when you want to know what programs they offer. If they have an online page, if not going to the office. I scrolled through. They offer three different universities for me to go to. I chose I narrowed it down to Soka based off on potential courses I saw offered, their scheduling for the semesters, and location, other reasons like that. Just look into it. Look what fits best for you. And then you'll say to yourself, okay, this is a school, or maybe multiple schools, that I think are the best fit for me. Then, with that information, go into your study abroad office and get an appointment with the advisor and talk to the advisor and say, I want to go study abroad to X place because I think it's a fit for me because of XYZ. And they will talk to you about it. They'll say like, oh, I think it's a good fit for you. Maybe I think it's not good for you. Like maybe they'll recommend certain programs that sound best for you because maybe you're not sure what program you want, and they'll help you through that. What program is the best for you? Um, so for me, I went in like a whole semester early. Um, too early. So they say, come back the next semester. There's more time because programs change. So I came in next semester and I said, okay, what do I have to do to study abroad? For my school, you have to do an application process and give a processing fee to even be considered um, to on just your school ends, on the school that you want to study abroad to end, say yes, this student can study abroad. So I did fill out application, basic information, um, name, major, minor, GPA, you have to give your transcript, um, processing fee, and then you submit that. And then you wait a few weeks, probably. I don't know, it depends on your school. Mine was a few weeks. A few weeks later, I got email. You got accepted. Yay! Got accepted. But then it was like, oh, here's like 5 different PDFs of paperwork for you to fill out to apply to this university now, because only we've accepted you. The other university hasn't. So do this stuff. So for Soka, the first thing for me was filling out an Excel sheet that was like their application. So it's info about you, basic info, name, date of birth, gender, country, uh, address. They also wanted to know, because it's Japan, they wanted to know like what kind of courses I wanted, um, Japanese, English, mix of both, what my level was, if I spoke any Japanese, books I've used, courses I've taken, stuff like that. And then I also had to get a physical number two. Um, and luckily my campus provides those services because it was kind of last minute. I only had like a week and a half or so to get all this done. which was hectic for me personally because I had an internship at the time. I had a lot of courses I was taking. I'm in a like an organization that does service, so I had a lot going on. I had a position too in that organization. So it was a little bit overwhelming to find the time, but luckily my campus provided it, so I made an appointment. Had to get my blood drawn because they didn't know my blood type, and because I have any official documents on me, they had to take my blood. No big deal, whatever. A part of that physical too, I had to get a chest X-ray to see if I had TB, and no matter what country you're from, you have to do this. From for Soka, for going to Japan. Um, that was stressful for me because I had to find a place off campus that offered those services to me. Luckily, my university provided a suggestion list. I actually went to one of the places where they suggested. Um, but again, finding time for scheduling, finding how you're going to pay for it, talking to your insurance company, that all takes time. And it's very overwhelming and stressful if you're not used to dealing with this and you have a time crunch. So, this is depending on your university and where you're going if you're going to do this or not, but just be aware there's always probably going to be unexpected surprises and last minute things you're going to have to do. So just stay calm and you can get it done because I got it done, so you can get it done. Um, what else? Part of the application. I give a bank statement. Um, that was kind of scary because that's very personal information, but it was necessary. So I give that. And I can't remember I feel like there's a few other things I'm forgetting. I feel like they're kind of just like agreement statements I had to sign off on. I can't remember exactly though. So it's like 5 different points. And then I sent that off. I had to wait to hear back from the university, which I didn't get acceptance. I sent that probably like November-ish. I didn't get that back till beginning of February. That I was accepted. That was a long time because there's different times for a semester. So in the meanwhile, I had to, if you want credits abroad, you have to get them approved. So for my university, I had this form I filled out, and I had to look at the courses Soka offered and courses that are available at Mason, and I had to basically match them up. And I had to print out the syllabus for the courses at Soka that I thought matched up, and I had to email and make an appointment with whoever's the like dean of the college that's in charge of those certain courses, and I had to get it approved. And they either said yay or nay. They said yay. They signed off on it. And then once you get all those courses signed off, you have to go to your major advisor and get them to sign off on it. And then you take it back to the study abroad office and they sign off of it. And then they take it to whoever's in charge of your college and they sign off on that. So you have to do all those things. And that was super stressful too because for me it was hard to find courses that connected. It worked out in the end. Um, on top of that, I'm kind of mad that I made myself so stressed because I found out later, not even until I got to Soka, that there was a small possibility the courses I were told that were fine, there's a chance they may not be here once I get here. Um, they kind of mentioned that earlier, but later I was told it's fine, but then I heard again that there was still a possibility. So I didn't know exactly till the day I registered for classes. Luckily, all my classes I got approved were here, but that's something that I was really disappointed about and very nervous about, and so were my other friends. So keep that in mind that there's always that chance that you're taking with that. It worked out fine in my case, but you never know. So just keep that in the back of your head when you're thinking about study abroad, because study abroad is a lot of paperwork, a lot of money to invest with the paperwork. And there's just a lot of unknown things when you're doing this. So just make sure it's something you really, 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 really want to do. What else? Oh, also in the meantime, I already had my passport, but I had to get a visa to be a student in Japan. So you have to go onto like the like for the US, like the Embassy of Japan site, and you had to fill out like the paperwork. And I had to go to the embassy. For me, the closest one was the one in DC. So I went to the embassy in DC. I submit my paperwork. Had to give them my passport and everything. And then I got it back later, and I got my visa. Yay! Got my visa. that was kind of stressful too because of they only have certain hours open, so trying to get there in time with traffic was stressful. But it was very straightforward, the paperwork, and it came back to me in a good amount, like very fast. Like in the next week, it came back to me. So on that end, that was not a big deal to me. I also got like I occasionally get like things sent to me in Soka in the meantime, I'm waiting to go there. So I get things like what dorm I want to be in. Um, Soka, they do offer dorms. Um, so then I got confirmation on my dorm later, and then there was like other forms you had to fill out, like dorm agreement. There was more physical stuff about MMR shots if you got one within like the past two. Wait, after 2007, it was for here. Or if you've gotten two shots before in your life of it, or if you've had blood work done to see if you're positive or negative for it. You just had to like had one of the requirements. Luckily, I had two shots done in the past, so I didn't have to get another shot. I was really happy because I was really upset when I saw my get another shot because I don't like needles. So, keep that in mind. Soka, you will have to get this done if you don't meet a requirement. Other universities, just keep in mind there may be medical things you have to get done. Going into another country, different things going around, things that maybe you aren't exposed to in your country. So you may have to get shot or blood work done. Just be prepared. Don't be like surprised by it. It's part of it. Um yeah, and then what else? Oh, cell phone stuff I mentioned. You have to research cell phone stuff, which can be a pain in the butt. Um, but again, your university may have some stuff for you. Soka does, so becoming a Soka. They're awesome. They're really awesome. They provide that for you. Um, but yeah, I think that was it. Took up 12 minutes talking about all that paperwork and stuff you need to do. I didn't even talk about packing and all that stuff and like making sure you have everything you need coming here and everything's fine. And there's stuff when you like set foot on the ground here you have to do like school paperwork too, you know. But that's just the paperwork to get here. And for me, it was very, 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 very stressful and unorganized and overwhelming. Felt like I lost like years of my life doing it, but it was to me it was all worth it in the end because I really, really am enjoying my time here. Um, it's proven what I thought with improving on my Japanese and forcing me to use it, so that's a plus. So just weigh your pros and cons about studying abroad and think about it very carefully because again, you're going to be doing a lot of paperwork, you're going to be investing a lot of your time, and you're going to be investing money into doing this. And if you get too far into it and then just like decide you don't want to do it anymore, there can be so many things that could happen to you. You're going to lose that money. All that time you took away from other things is going to be gone and it's going to nothing. Um, you for me, if I decided last minute I didn't want to go abroad, I would be taking a semester off basically. I'd be a semester behind, and that's credits, you know, that you're behind on. It's money that you're losing. So it's very important to think carefully about studying abroad and being 100% sure that's what you want. Um, and there's no shame though in backing out if it's early enough where it's not going to impact you so largely. It's a personal choice if you decide you don't want to do it, but I recommend if you have hesitation and you feel like you're going to back out, do it early on, where you're not going to be losing tons of stuff. Um, but yeah, not to sound like a downer though. It's a great experience. I recommend it. Um, it's going to seem tough at times trying to get there, but personally, I wouldn't back out. I would go through with it. It's part of the process. Don't worry, everyone's going through it. You're not alone. I promise you. just find other, if you're applying right now to study abroad, just find other students who are doing it too and talk with them, because that's such a huge support system, is talking to other students going through the same thing you are. I can't tell you how many times I'd be complaining with my friends who are studying abroad about the things we're going through, because you're going through the same things. Um, but I wish you best of luck if you're planning to study abroad. I hope you have a wonderful adventure and a smooth process in getting there. And I'll see you next time.